walks in like a breeze in July, sun in her hair, that look in her eye, boots clicking on the hardwood floor, every head turning like what's she here for? I don't know her name just yet, but I'm betting she's the reason hearts forget. Hey, looking like a Friday flame, girl's got that wild game, never been tame. She's got the vibe and she don't even try, and I'm like, whoa, my, my, my. Yeah, she got that ooh la la, little bit of don't you dare look away, that sweet tea draw with a twist of hay, shaking me up like a back row bass, got me going, oh yeah. Yeah, she got that smile, got that sway, got me tripping over every word I say, like who's that girl with the yeah all day? Yeah, she got that every move like a radio song, two-step honey just floating along, laughing like she don't care who sees, pulling every bit of gravity toward me. She's a red light dare, a green light go, that girl's got something in her soul. Hey, stealing the spotlight smooth, even the jukebox don't know what to do. She's got this spark, yeah, she's fire on cue, and I'm like, whoa, look at that view. Yeah, she got that ooh la la, little bit of don't you dare look away, that sweet tea draw with a twist of hay, shaking me up like a back row bass, got me going, oh yeah. Yeah, she got that smile, got that sway, got me tripping over every word I say, like who's that girl with the yeah all day? Yeah, she got that, she don't know she's stealing the show, but she's got the whole place shouting, let's go, hands up, heartbeat skipping, and I'm just wishing she got that ooh la la, little bit of don't you dare look away, that sweet tea draw with a twist of hay, shaking me up like a back row bass, got me going, oh hey. Yeah, she got that smile, got that sway, got me tripping over every word I say, like who's that girl with the yeah all day? Yeah, she got that. Whoa, yeah, she got that. Yeah, she got that. Yeah, she got that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
White fence and a sun-fade swing, I remember those days in my dreams. Water balloon fights and Tonka trucks, boys with grass-stained knees and paper cups. She had cherry lips and a snow cone tongue. We were lightning bolts, we were way too young. Swore we'd never change a single thing, with sunburned skin and cut-off jeans. We counted days like they never passed, and lived like them would always last. We had 18 years, one at a time, outrunning sunsets on our dirt bikes. Blueberry hands and a bass to steel, that lake swing thrill and a kiss so real. Fire in the field and a song too loud, cooling off when the clouds poured down. Time moved fast, but we didn't know. Back then the world was small, but we had it all. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long. We grew up fast, took different roads. Life carried us away like a river flows. Faded pictures in a memory frame. The streets we walked, never quite the same. We lost touch as the years rolled on, but every now and then I hear some song and it takes me back to those summer skies, before we learned that time just flies. We didn't know the magic fade, like tire tracks in a summer rain. We had 18 years, one at a time, melting snow cones, her hand in mine. Foul ball pop-ups and barefoot pride, bonfire sparks that lit our nights. A rope swing launch and a breath held tight, everything golden, that firefly light. Time moved fast, but we didn't know. We were writing a story we'd never outgrow. We had 18 years, then it was gone. It didn't take long. There's no swing to swing on, and the fence leans in, but I still hear their laughs in the wind. Ooh. We had 18 years, one at a time, wrote our names in chalk and crossed that line. From kids with bikes to hearts full grown, still feel her in my skin and bones. The world moved on, but I still hold on to every warm breeze and every song. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long. Before the goodbye, before we knew what we had was rare and true. We had 18 years, then it was gone, and it didn't take long.
His name is Wes Ryan. That is a great tune called 18 Years. And before that, opened the show with a great song called She Got That. We'll have one more from Wes Ryan in just a moment. It is Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row. You're listening to The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And what a great live show we have tonight. We've got Tracy Kennedy from up there in Canada going to be with me in bottom half of hour number 1. In hour number 2, my good friend Matt Lee from Night Owl Country Band. They are from Indiana, and they've been together for about 10 years now. We're going to play 3 of their songs, and you're going to get to hear the story behind all these songs. And so we got a great night of live country radio and some great interviews as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the other stations that replay this program. We have great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, down to roadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We got Hot and Funky Radio and KWradio.com, and of course the Tim Kelly Show is heard on all the major streaming platforms like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you stream music. Just Google search The Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. Well, it's Triple Play Thursday. How about a new song called 3 Words Away from Wes Ryan on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
We've been dancing around the edges of something we both know. Your hand fits mine just right, like a sunset on a back road. Oh, I don't want to scare the moment or say too much too soon, but I can't help thinking about saying this to you. Every smile, every touch is pulling me closer to that rush. I'm just 3 words away from falling all the ways there in every heartbeat. I ain't sure how long I can wait. I've been holding back, but baby, I don't want to play it safe. I'm just 3 words, 3 words away. I hear them in the quiet when you're drifting off to sleep. They're dancing on my lips when you lean in close to me. You laugh and say I'm quiet, but you don't know the war inside. Every look you give me just pushes me to cross that line. Every second, every sigh, I'm closer to letting it fly. Yeah, I'm just 3 words away from falling all the ways there in every heartbeat. I ain't sure how long I can wait. I've been holding back, but baby, I don't want to play it safe. I'm just 3 words, 3 words away. I could whisper it tonight, wait for a better time, but baby, deep inside, it's already yours and mine. Yeah. From falling all the way, it's there in every heartbeat. And I just can't make it wait. I've been holding back, but girl, I'm done playing safe. I'm done holding on. I love you there, I said it, babe. 3 little words, and they all belong to you. Yeah.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
I mean, denim and diamonds, and tell me I'm hold me close to your heart for your life. Hey, God, will do what you say, and say what you're gonna do. Take my hand, my heart, and love all my babies. Keep me safe from the road when it's going crazy. Keep your promise to me, and I'll keep my promise to you. And buy me denim and diamonds, and I'll be forever true. You tell me I shine so bright, and for me you'd fight every fight. But there's a secret to keeping me close. I like certain things, 'cause words don't always mean a thing. And there's something that you need to know. If you wanna call me your own, buy me denim and diamonds, and tell me I'm hold me close to your heart for your life. Hey, God, will do what you say, and say what you're gonna do. Take my hand, my heart, and love all my babies. Keep me safe from the road when it's going crazy. Keep your promise to me, and I'll keep my promise to you. And buy me denim and diamonds, and I'll be forever true. Though your eyes spark up my heart, it's been broken, it's been torn apart. There's something that you need to know. If you wanna call me your own, buy me denim and diamonds, denim and diamonds, denim and There's something that you need to know. If you wanna call me your own, buy me denim and diamonds, denim and diamonds, denim and diamonds, denim and diamonds.
Song number 2.
5 o'clock Friday and my working is done. Punch my time card out and I'm off and I'm running to the closest little dive that I can find. I don't care what they got in a bottle or a shot. I don't mind if it's happy hour priced or it's not. I just need a little something to help me unwind. 'Cause I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party's at. In my friends, have a good time and out. And I might be high, I might be low. Serve me something strong I'll drink to that. It don't matter if I'm winning, it don't matter if I'm not. I don't care if it twists or the top's got a pop. I'm just afraid to roll with something on the wall. I don't mind if the salt circles the rim. I don't mind if it's lemon or lime or some gin. Just fill it up fast, fill it up to the brim. I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party is at. In my place, every good time and time. And I might be high, I might be low. Just serve me something strong and cold. 'Cause I'll drink to this, or I'll drink to that. In a bottle or a shot. I don't care if it's happy hour priced or it's not. I don't care if the top's got a twist or the top's got a heart. 'Cause I drink to this, I drink to that. I'm always where the party is at. In my place, every good time and right. And I might be high, I might be low. Just serve me something strong and cold. 'Cause I'll drink to this, or I'll drink to that. Yeah, I'll drink to this, or I'll drink to that.
Oh my goodness, I love the title of that song. I'll drink to this or that. I'm drinking sweet tea right now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got something cold and have a good time tonight listening to the music. Don't drink and drive, though. The life you save could be mine, and we want to see you back here tomorrow night for New Music Friday. We hit the airwaves at 7 p.m. Central Time. Making our radio debut tonight, that is Honey Girl. Honey Girl Music on the radio, or on Facebook, if you want to find her on there. We're putting her on the radio right now, and we're going to put her on the radio with a live interview. Check out my full live interview schedule. It has been severely updated at the bottom of KICR IndieCountryRadio.com, and we've got Honey Girl on there. She's going to be my special guest, and I'm going to throw in a couple of bonus shows for you in the next couple of weeks. Next Wednesday, I'll be doing a show at 7 p.m. Central Time. We call it Indie Wednesday, and then a week from Wednesday night, we'll do another one. So you get 3 shows these next couple of weeks, so that'll be awesome as well. We're going to have our first awesome radio interview tonight with a young lady by the name of Tracy Kennedy, right after one more song from Honey Girl. This one is called Hey Cowboy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Hey cowboy, you're gonna miss me when I go. Miss the hand you had to hold. Miss the love you came to know, but it didn't last. Hey cowboy, you're gonna tell your friends I'm gone, and tell them I was the only one. Tell them you done did me wrong, but they won't believe. But there's something about a man whose only love is the open road, who lives day by day and night to night and show by show. Hey cowboy, where you going? You're gonna miss the best yet to come. Can't you keep your heart from running and take a chance on this love? Hey cowboy, where you going? Hey cowboy, you're gonna miss my loving smile, but not you held me for a while. The kindness in my loving eyes that you didn't see. Hey cowboy, tell your mama she was right, that I was worthy of the fight. You could have held me all your life had you ever asked. But there's something about a man whose only love is the open road, who lives day by day and night to night and show by show. Hey cowboy, where you going? You're gonna miss the best yet to come. Can't you keep your heart from running and take a chance on this love?
To the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and what that means is every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row, and I'm excited to not only play 3 songs from this next talented young lady, but also get to hear the stories behind these songs. Her name is Tracy Kennedy from Canada. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program tonight. I appreciate the time, and you've got
No problem.
you got a big fan base that has been looking forward to this program for a long time in this interview.
They came out of nowhere.
They did, and that's how you came out of nowhere too. You hopped in my email one day, and we've been booking this interview for a while, and I've been playing your music, and folks are loving it.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. In fact, you're doing quite well on the Canadian Country Countdown. I was just looking at one of your songs is hit number 50 here just a few weeks ago.
That's right. That's my newest single, You Never Said Goodbye. And yeah, it's just shot up like crazy.
Yep.
It started out, I believe it was about 8 weeks ago at 148 on the top 150, and it's just been growing and growing and growing, and now we've cracked into the top 50, so that's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Congratulations. You are from
Thank you.
Southwestern Ontario, born and raised up there?
Yes, and that I was born in a small town called Elmer, Ontario, tobacco country.
Okay.
And,
I was going to say glue
yeah.
factory, but no.
No, not spelled that way. Elmer's glue.
I just had to do that.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good one. And then I've just lived in a couple of various places in and around there, and but I always still call Elmer my home.
Awesome. Well, you've been doing your thing in music for a long time. What age were you when you started singing?
Oh, I think I was around 5 when I first made my debut, per se, at a Sunday school concert.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to grow up in a household where my dad was also a musician, just kind of part-time sort of thing. He played guitar and sang, loved his Johnny Cash, and so I was always fascinated whenever he would dig out his guitar and play. So the Sunday school concert was coming up for Christmas, and he kind of said to me, "Do you want to do a song?" And so we decided on Jingle Bells. And as we were performing it at the show, the lights had been flickering prior to me and my dad getting up on stage, because there was a big storm going on outside. And I just kept looking at my dad, and he was like, "It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay." And finally it's our turn to get up there, and we start to sing, and partway through my song, the lights completely went out.
Whoa.
And I just kind of looked at my dad, and instantly in my little brain, I thought, I must really suck. God shut the lights out on me.
Oh, no.
So I kind of went into hiding for singing after that. I just kind of stuck with doing choir at school and that sort of thing. And it wasn't until I was 18 and went on a trip with my parents down to Nashville. And this was going to be kind of my last trip with them at my age, sort of thing, before I venture off and do my own thing. And I was like, "Oh, we're going to Nashville." I wasn't too thrilled about it, because at that time I was more into listening to AC/DC and the rock and all that sort of stuff. And I didn't really know much about country other than all the older stuff, and that wasn't my thing to listen to growing up, that I wanted to listen to. So on our way down, of course, I had to listen to country music in the car all the way to Nashville. That was a long drive. And anyways, the Judds came on with their debut with Mama He's Crazy. And instantly something resonated in me, and I connected to the sound and to the words, and my little ears just started to just kind of soak the music in a little bit more as we were driving.
Nice.
So when we got back or finally got into Nashville, one of our highlights was to go to Opryland, and which is no longer there, unfortunately. And they had a little place where you could go in and record a song. And I just kind of looked at my parents and I said, I'm just going to go check this out. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to go check out this little spot here. So we'll meet up in 20 minutes or so. And I went in and I'm looking at everything and I'm getting excited because I'm like, I really want to record a song, but I don't know any of these songs.
Yeah.
And because it was all country music. And all of a sudden I saw Mama He's Crazy. And I was like, I can do that one. I can do it. And I hadn't even sung it before, just in my head.
Yep.
And I did about 3 run-throughs with it and did a recording. And then I went out and found my parents. They put it on a cassette tape for me. And then they had a listening area where you could take your cassette and put it in and put headphones on and listen to it with your friends and family. So I found my parents and I said, come on, I want you to hear something. Put the tape in, gave them some headphones, and they're like, wow, this is really good. Who is it?
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, it's me. And they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yes, it is. And they're like, well, you don't sing. And I'm like, well, it's me. And yeah, I couldn't convince them for the life of me
Isn't that
during
something?
that trip. Yeah. And finally, on the way back home, a week later, my mom kept putting it in the tape player and listening to it. And she's like, no, I don't think it's you. And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes, can we just stop listening to it then if you don't believe it's me? And then all of a sudden, I think we were just about getting ready to cross back into Canada, and there must have been, my mom's ears must have just finally opened up, and there was something in the way I phrased something that she really tuned into. And all of a sudden she looks back at me and she goes, it is you. So yeah, right from that moment, next thing you know it, I got what they called a singing machine for Christmas, which was like your own little portable karaoke machine, and a bunch of background track tapes to play around with. And then next thing you know, my mom's saying, oh, there's a contest here, there's a singing contest here and there, and yeah, the rest is kind of history. I just kept at it.
That is awesome. We're glad you did, and here we are. You know, I started this radio show 13 years ago on another station, and then I just celebrated 10 years of having my own station a few weeks ago, and still love doing it. And if you do this long enough, we all meet as an independent, don't we? And I love playing the independent artists too. And we have something in common. Back in 2016, we toured Nashville as well, and we went to the Gaylord when it was still there. And for a radio guy to see that, you know, I watched Through Those French Doors down there at the time. I think Bill Cody was the guy that was on the air. And then I'm looking at the walls and all the history. There was Charlie Pride on that wall and a bunch of others. And what really resonated with me was that Pat Sajak was on the air in the Grand Ole Opry at WSM before he took Wheel of Fortune on in 1981. So I thought,
oh my gosh, I remember that.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
You say that.
So
I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, lots of history there, and they just celebrated their 100th year of being on the air still at the Grand Ole Opry, and they're going strong as ever.
That's amazing.
Yep. And so you've been doing this for a while. You talked about your country music. You know, I was going to say Nashville's probably a 9-hour drive for you, but if you listen to country music, it was 15, right? So
Exactly.
back then. But you did mention your dad had an interest in Johnny Cash, and he was great. And
Yeah.
so country music for you really resonates now, doesn't it? And I know this 90s country is what got me into wanting to do country radio. I still love it. It's great, and it's 35 years old. Can you believe it?
I know. It's insane how time flies.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you captured female vocalist of the year, I think, at the Canadian Country Singing Contest in 1999, and then again in 2003 at the
That's right.
Ontario Open Country Singing Contest.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And that these are contests. Unfortunately, they've ran their course. They went on for many years, but then as the generations come in and the older generation fades off, the desire to keep it going kind of starts to wane a bit. So unfortunately, we've lost some great launching pads there, and that because we actually had quite a few Canadian artists, well known in Canada, that went on to do really good things and got their start on these competitions.
Yep.
So,
you got a lot of great artists up there in Canada. This young gentleman, Michael Richard, has been sending me a lot of them from New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. We got you from Ontario. We got a bunch of them. And as I was looking at that Canadian Country Countdown, that you're in that top 50, I see some familiar names in there and some of the others that I've interviewed on this radio program as well. So you're in you're in the talent pool up there in Canada for sure.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And speaking of talent, you've had the privilege to share the stage with some of the best big names in country music that we know, like Lone Star, Sawyer Brown, the Roadhammers, Trace Atkins, Johnny Reed. I know he's great up there in Canada. I've played his music before. Charlie Major. That's just to name a few. I'm sure there's a bunch of others, but that's good stuff.
Yes, and that I feel really honored and privileged to have been able to have those opportunities, and that like the Lone Star one, I think was my first kick at the cat with the big leagues, so to speak, and that was in Michigan at the Molson Amphitheater, or not Molson Amphitheater, Meadowbrook Amphitheater, and it was incredible because I was so nervous, and so was my guitar player. And as much as we wanted to have a full band there, because Lone Star was a big band in itself, with players, they only had 2 spots on the board to plug into that were left over for the opening act. So that meant scaling it back to just an acoustic with one vocal, which was me. And so we're waiting backstage, and we're looking outside, peeking through the curtain, and we're seeing all these people sitting out there, and our hearts just started pounding. And I looked at my guitar player, Mike, and he was starting to, like, I swear, turn green. It was like we weren't sure whether we were going to be able to do it or not. But the moment we stepped out onto that stage, and I did a little welcome utilizing my Canadian and American roots, and that and I just kind of said, "How we all doing, eh?"
There you go.
And that just kind of smoothed things over. Everybody got rowdy, and we had a blast.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's kind of the way it is. This radio show that I do, I need 2 plug-ins too. I need one for electricity and one for Ethernet. And as long as we've got internet and electricity, we can broadcast all over the world. In fact, you're going out to not just my radio station, but we're going to put you on 11 total around the country and around the world.
Oh, wow.
Country music is universal. You probably figured that out a long time ago, and
Definitely.
maybe you've done it, but I know Lone Star and some of these other names up there have done it too. Worldwide tours, like in the UK and all over the place, and that's where we're going to put you tonight with your music as well.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. First song we're going to play, back in '06, this song came out. It's called How Many Hearts? Tell us about this one. I love playing it on the radio.
Well, this song, at the time I was putting my CD together, I was looking for music. I wasn't ready to put anything out of my own per se at that time. I was a fresh new artist on the scene that was recording, and so I was just kind of looking for material that would help get my foot in the door and get me seen and heard. And so my producer, Paul Jefferson, he started pitching some songs to me, and a lot of these songs from the album came from his repertoire. And so Paul Jefferson, Wyatt Easterling, and Porter Howell, who you may know from Little Texas, the three of them came up with this song, How Many Hearts. And the moment I heard the demo of it, I was hooked, and that it resonated with me. I loved the beat, the groove. We gave it kind of my own twist, which was really nice. And I mean, working with Paul, he's so creative and works with you very easily. So I knew I was in good hands. And it's just a song that when people hear it, they can relate to it. I mean, we've all had that love interest, and that is just walked all over us, and it's like, how many hearts have to break,
Yeah, absolutely.
before you realize.
and things have come along to the point, and this song was before the social media app that we have now called TikTok. And I'm live on there right now. When I do my shows, people are tapping this screen, and I'm wondering at the end the title of your song. How many hearts am I going to get tonight? And you see that up on the screen, and we get thousands of people tapping that screen, and it's just really cool to see that. And so we get a lot of love, and they love your song right back too. That's really neat.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely. We're going to come back and talk about songwriting after we play How Many Hearts, because the third one that we're going to play that's going to kick off the top of the next hour is one that you wrote. I know it's got a very touching story behind it too, so we're going to talk about that with Tracy Kennedy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, on this Triple Play Thursday.
You leave behind. How many
Her name is Tracy Kennedy. That is called How Many Hearts? And I'll tell you what, we're going to get a bunch tonight for playing that song on TikTok and hopefully everywhere else. We're streaming over here on Facebook Live, and I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. Live with Tracy Kennedy from Canada. Great song, my friend. They love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Tracy is Traci, if you guys are trying to find her right now. So we'll talk about your social media here in just a little bit. But, you know, something that you posted here a while back on Facebook really resonated with me. You said, you know, sometimes life moves so fast we forget to pause and just breathe and take a moment to reflect, not on just what you've achieved and how far you've come, but, you know, all of the stuff that still lies ahead of you. And I thought that was a really neat post. That really spoke volumes to me, too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it seems to have resonated with a lot of people. It was just one of those things. I was in between doing a couple of shows, and that on my days off from my real job, I to retirement homes, long-term care homes, hospitals, and perform and bring some musical joy and musical sunshine to their lives. And I was kind of just in between shows and just was sitting there in my car and enjoying a green tea, and I just started thinking, and yeah, and I just felt like, you know what, I need to write this down.
Yeah. you know, it's
share
quite
it with others.
It's quite a journey in music, and you know, it was a path that obviously God give you, and He give you that voice because, you know, as you mentioned in the outset of the program, there was a time when your parents didn't even recognize that beautiful voice that you have, and they were blown away by it. So, you know, folks are still getting that from you. And so this is a path you were supposed to go down because, you know, and I know, music heals people. It's therapeutic. A sad time in your life, a happy time, a song comes on the radio, it brings back all of those memories, doesn't it?
That's right. It sure does.
Yeah, and why we do music and why you guys do music and we play it on the radio is to help those folks, you know, so they can heal and relate to those things that they're going through in their lives and things like that.
That's right. I totally agree.
Something that you did go through in your life is in the third song that we're going to play that you wrote. It's called You Never Said Goodbye. Tell us the story behind this one.
Well, this is a story or a song even, that I never thought I'd have to write or even share or talk about. Back in 2022, so we're just going on 3 years now, almost 3 years, I got the worst call that a parent could ever receive. And that was the news that my daughter had passed away. And she had been suffering silently with mental illness. And she hit a lot of the signs, you know, and when she would come home for visits, you saw the happy side of her. And then when it would come time to, you know, communicate with emails and phone calls after that, it was harder to reach her because she kind of was going into a little shell. COVID certainly did not help when the whole world went into a shutdown. And so I think a lot of the things that escalated it to that point took place during that time, because she just couldn't find her way back out of that hole. And I was completely devastated and shocked and just didn't know where to turn or what to think. And a friend of hers from school reached out to me, and she wanted me to come for a visit, and she said she had something for me. So I went and took an afternoon and went out to see her. And she handed me this little gift basket, and it had some tea and some, some little snacks and little comforting things and a candle. And then there was a book, and she called it a burner book. And I said, "What is a burner book?" And because I opened it up and it was blank, there was all blank pages. And she said, it's a type of book where you can write down your innermost thoughts, and you can leave it there. But if you don't like what's in there, you can tear out that page and burn it. and I really liked that concept. And so I went home and I sat it on my nightstand, and it sat there empty for quite a while. And I'd had friends, excuse me, I had friends during this, I don't even know what to call it, during my grief, I guess, that said to me, "You're going to run out of this. It's going to come from the heart." And I just kept saying, "No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen." So when I got this book, I said to her friend, my daughter's friend, Jen, I said, "This is going to be the book that the song is going to be written in." And so, like I said, that book sat there because I just couldn't put my thoughts into words. You just feel like an empty shell. And then all of a sudden, a few months down the road, a line started to come to me, and it was, "I'm sitting here, tears streaming down." And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing that every day. And so I wrote that down, and then the book sat there again for a little bit. And then I eventually started to just put little pieces of my puzzle that was in my brain down onto paper. And then it sat there for like a year, and I couldn't finish it. And then back in May of last year, my husband and stepson went on a weekend fishing trip up north, and the house was completely silent. And I just shut everything off. I didn't have the TV on, no radio, no nothing. And I just kind of went about my day. And next thing you know, more was coming into my head, and more lines. And I ended up finishing the song. And I looked back at the words, and I thought, wow, this came from me. And this is exactly what a grieving parent feels when they've been put into this spot, and they don't know how to react. Everybody thinks, move on, it's time to move on, but a parent never fully moves on. And unless you've been in that person's shoes, you don't fully understand what's going on in their minds. And so this song, when I recorded it and it was finally complete, I had so many people, like I had a few select people that I would let listen to the progress of my song before it got released, and they would listen to it and they'd be like, "This is so many people," because they're finally going to feel like somebody understands what they're going through.
Right.
And in all honesty, I didn't expect it to do as well as it has, because it is such a sad song, and it's It's out of heartbreak, and it's not an upbeat, fun tune you want to crank going down the highway. You know, I mean, I actually, even when it got released, I had a couple of people say they actually were listening to it in their car because that was their private time to listen to music, and they had to pull over because they had so many tears in their eyes listening to it. And the outpouring from the moment this song got uploaded onto Spotify, YouTube, all the digital streaming platforms, started reaching out, and they were reaching out from all over the world. It was amazing, like mind-boggling. I was almost getting anxiety with the amount of messages coming in, feeling, how am I ever going to get back to all these people?
Yeah.
You know? And they're taking me, who is a complete unknown stranger to them, for a lot of these people that have heard the song from all over the world. They're taking me and they're putting trust in me and sharing their own personal grief journey. And that just says so much about what music does for people.
You're exactly
and how
right.
healing it is.
I've known about this story for a long time, and hearing you tell it, you know, was what I was looking forward to. And I know it's tough, but it's something that people need, because I'll tell you, I don't put this out there on social media, but I lost 3 people in March that were really close to me. One of them is a radio friend, and, you know, so that is something that, you know, I can go back and listen to your song and, you know, and get healing from it, you know, because I've been loving this song, and I've been playing it before we did this interview, obviously, leading up to it. But you're one of those artists that, you know, you don't even realize that you're healing through it, but you're helping so many more people. And I'm sure glad it dropped in my email.
Oh, thank you. That means
welcome.
a lot.
You are welcome. And the next song we're going to play, though, to lead up to it, is a happy song. It's called In Your Sunglasses. Tell us about this one.
Oh, well, once again, this is from my Back from How Many Hearts CD. And it's another one Paul Jefferson and Porter Howell teamed up on, along with Sonny Lemaire. And it's a cute song. So I had always thought it would be a lot of fun to have a summertime song on my CD for people to just have some fun with and be silly with. And when Paul pitched this one to me, I couldn't stop laughing listening to it, because it just made me so happy. It's basically about you're out there and you're on the beach or wherever, and you're wearing sunglasses, and you spot that perfect man or woman that you just want to get to know, and you get all giddy inside and flirty, and you basically go up to them and you're like, I want to see myself in your sunglasses again.
Yep, there you go.
You know, so you're looking in, they're looking at you, seeing their reflection, and you're looking at them, seeing your reflection in their glasses. And it's just so cute and fun.
Yep. You know, I'll show my age. I grew up watching this show, Chips, about these 2 highway patrolmen that rode motorcycles, and they used to wear those sunglasses that were reflective like mirrors. You know, and we had Eric Estrada and Larry Wilcox, Ponch, and his buddy, and yeah, you could see yourself in their sunglasses, and I just always thought that was really cool. And then when Eric Estrada would smile, you needed sunglasses. His teeth were so white, he'd blind you.
Oh my God. He had a bright smile, that's for sure. He was a cutie.
Yeah, well, you absolutely have that smile, too. You resonate with people in the world of country music more than you know, and maybe you do know a little bit because of the song blowing up for you. And thank you for being Tracy Kennedy, man. That's exactly what country music needs.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Where can folks find you that don't know you until they heard this radio interview on social media? Tell us that.
Okay, well, you can, I have a website where you can find out a little bit more about me. You can also see the promo video for the song You Never Said Goodbye. Kind of just tells a little bit of the story and shows some pictures of me and my daughter, which is really beautiful. And that's at www.tracy with an I, Kennedy.com. And you can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, Apple, iTunes, pretty much all the digital streaming platforms.
Awesome. And I saw your show schedule is pretty full for the month of June, too. So if you're up there in the Ontario area,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
go see Tracy Kennedy in a live show. Thanks for doing this live show tonight.
That's
It's
right.
been a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you. And I almost forgot, they can also find me on Facebook and Instagram.
There you go. Awesome. And so go see Tracy Kennedy, and let's do this again real soon. And I hope you have a great summer. And I've got the Summertime Liners going too, and that summertime song, In Your Sunglasses. We're going to be playing it like crazy too this summer.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you for a great radio interview tonight, and have a good Thursday, the rest of your evening.
You too.
You
Thanks,
bet.
Tim.
Her name is Tracy Kennedy. This is called In Your Sunglasses on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Big sun dropping, campfire popping, sand sticking to our skin. Guitars playing, you and me swaying, hoping that it never ends. Toe to toe, nose to nose, I can see myself in your sunglasses as the best day of my whole life passes. One lucky girl with a big old silly grin. These days it may be out of fashion, and I hope you don't mind me asking, can I see myself in your sunglasses again? So sorry, sweetheart, off to a bad start, tripping over you on the beach. And just like a dang fool, I fell down beside you. You were there laughing at me. You said hi, nearly died. I can see myself in your sunglasses as the best day of my whole life passes. One lucky girl with a big old silly grin. These days it may be out of fashion, and I hope you don't mind me asking, can I see myself in your sunglasses again? Tomorrow's forecast is more hot weather, but it'd be even better if we spend it together. I can see myself in your sunglasses as the best day of my whole life passes. One lucky girl with a big old silly grin. Ooh, yeah. These days it may be out of fashion, and I hope you don't mind me asking, can I see myself in your sunglasses again? Ooh, yeah, can I see myself in your sunglasses again? Oh, yeah, I wanna see myself in your sunglasses again.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm sitting here, tears streaming down, and memories of you spinning round and round.
Once again, her name is Tracy. That is Traci Kennedy, and she is a fantastic artist. And what a great interview tonight. Thank you, Tracy, for doing that. I know that was kind of difficult for you about your daughter, but you pulled it off, lady, and we absolutely love the interview. You're getting lots of great live feedback right now, and hopefully you caught the interview live, but if you didn't, it's going to end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on the top of my website at KICR Indie Country Radio. It will be available in the morning, and you guys can go back and listen to that interview, just the interview and those 3 songs that we played, and you can download it, put it on your social media if you would like, Tracy, and share it with the rest of the world. But thank you for sharing your story with the whole world tonight. We sure do appreciate it. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, and live on my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. I am also live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air, hanging out with some fine folks over here, and they are tapping the screen. How many hearts will I get tonight? Well, we're almost at 50,000 in the first 1 hour of the show. We got 2 more hours to go. I think we're going to set a new all-time record for that tonight as well. What that does on TikTok is it increases your algorithms in that live show, gets more people to come in and tune in, and that's what we want. We want these new artists to get the exposure that they need to get their music out there to the world, and people can find them and become fans, and they get new followers on their social media other than TikTok, and that is a win-win for everybody. We're going to play another great talented artist to kick off this hour of the Triple Play Thursday show, and then also at the bottom half, I've got Matt Lee, going to be with us from Night Owl Country Band in Indiana, so we look forward to having him on the program here in about the next 30 minutes as well. Sean Carson's going to kick it off. He is SEAN on Sean, and this is called My Life on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, I ain't who I used to be, and I don't like what I see. This world is different, there's no doubt. I'm still alive, but I feel left out. And I feel the laughter of a child underneath this broken smile. Well, I see the sun shine again, the stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain is here to wash away the pain, and I feel like a child again. And all the sadness goes away till I wake up to another day of my life. I ain't saying it's been all that bad. My heart ain't always been sad. But you grow lonely when you grow old. Well, I wake up, will I go home? Well, I see the sun shine again, the stars dance upon my skin with age in my eyes. And I hope that I know the rain is here to wash away the pain, and I feel like a child again. And all the sadness goes away till I wake up to another day of my life. But all the sadness go away till I wake up to another day of my life.
Song number 2.
Here we go. Running on empty in a hand-me-down Fort Fair Lane. Driving with the windows down in the pouring rain. My best girl's riding shotgun, singing off key to some Bob Dylan. That's my kind of cool. Yeah, my kind of cool. There's nothing like a simple life with simple rules. It's the kind of high that money can't buy. Like a Sunday afternoon. That's my kind of cool. Give me a beach with the sand creeping through my toes. All the southern sound that comes from muscle shoals. Something like a summer breeze hanging out with my grandpa and me. That's my kind of cool. Yeah, my kind of cool. There's nothing like a simple life with simple rules. Oh, it's the kind of high, yeah, money can't buy. Like a Sunday afternoon. That's my kind of cool. Oh, like a melody. Oh, sung in harmony. That's my kind of cool. That's my kind of cool. There's nothing like a simple life with simple rules. Oh, it's the kind of high that money can't buy. Like a Sunday afternoon. That's my kind of cool. Yeah, my kind of cool.
Once again, his name is Sean Carson. That is S-E-A-N, Sean Carson, and that is a great tune called My Kinda Cool. My Kinda Cool is the people that hang out with me and tap that screen over here on TikTok. We're going to set a new record over here tonight, and we got people on Facebook Live. I got people on YouTube. I've got a mini movie behind me of Branson and all the cool, fun things there are to do here. It is the live show capital of the world, and we're putting on a great live show tonight radio-wise, but if you've never been to Branson, definitely put that on your bucket list, and you'll find out real quick why it is the live show capital of the world, and lots of great entertainment here other than music as well. Second time around is the third song in the triple play for Sean Carson on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
There you go again. You're telling me goodbye. But once again I find that I'm not sure why. We've been here before, and there's one thing I found, that the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. Second time around, I should be used to losing you. Still I find that I'm no stronger time around. Letting go for good, with nothing in our way. You're over him, and back with me to stay. This time you were sure you had your feet on solid ground. Yet I'm hurting all over the second time around. Second time around, I should be used to losing you. Still I find I'm no stronger for what you put me through. How do I move on when I let you bring me down? Oh, the hurt ain't no easier the second time around. Yeah, the hurt ain't no easier the second time around.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
He was the head of our house, father who lived to provide. And I saw him on weekends, breakfast, and at supper time. It was a quick hug, 'cause he had work to do, the strongest man I ever knew. And he taught me how to worship, and we'd pray and then we'd kneel. And he taught me how to slow dance as I balanced in my heels. And he would lead me, and I would twirl. I'll always be his little girl. He said, take my hand so you don't fall when you are weak. And I'll be strong, and I'll be patient when you're moving slow. I'll let you fly when it's time for you to go. And he was much taller than me, but never made me feel small. And he was my first protector if ever I was wronged. He walked me down that aisle. I was head to toe in white. He was steady by my side. He said, take my hand so you don't fall when you are weak. And I'll be strong, I'll be patient when you're moving slow. I'll let you fly when it's time for you to go. The years flew by and there was so much my father could no longer do. And he watched me take my first steps. Now he could barely take a few, but he was quick with a joke. Even at 82, the strongest man I ever knew. I
said, take my hand so you don't fall. When you are weak, I'll be strong, and I'll be patient. When you're moving slow, I'll let you fly. When it's time for you to go, I let you fly. When it was time for you to go.
Song number 2.
College was the best days, went in straight and came out gay. After graduation, had to check into AA, 'cause we drank like a fish, like a heavy metal band. Then we'd pull in all-nighter to pass that exam. No, we didn't have a clue about what we were gonna do. And I'd gain my freshman 15 plus 10 pounds. And nobody complained when this flat butt was round. And I lived off of fast food, carbs, and anything fried. But when I had the cash, well, it got supersized. There was no eating in when you got a 4-foot fridge. We learned lots in school, just as much on Friday nights. We had a few years to decide what to do with our lives. Before our 9 to 5, before those babies cried, we poured another drink and held on tight to those bad decisions. We survived to the best damn 4 years of our life. And I wore my faded blue jeans that barely covered my parts. The only sports I played was beer pong and darts. We'd go out at 10, crash any party with a keg. If we couldn't find love, we'd bake out with a friend. My beer battle scar was that first stretch mark. We learned lots in school, just as much on Friday nights. We had a few years to decide what to do with our lives. Before our 9 to 5, before those babies cried, we poured another drink and held on tight to those bad decisions. We survived to the best damn 4 years of our life. And I can't believe that we survived those beer-chugging, broken-hearted best years of our life, where we learned lots in school, just as much on Friday nights. We had a few years to decide what to do with our lives. Before our 9 to 5, before those babies cried, we poured another drink and held on tight to those bad decisions. We survived to the best damn 4 years of our life. Here's to the best damn 4 years of our life.
That is Laura Zawasco making her debut tonight on the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday. That's a great tune right there called College Days. DJ, radio personality, and college days. That was the best 10 minutes of my life. What are we talking about here? We didn't go to college. Take My Hand before that as well. And we're going to play one more from Laura Zawasco, but I want to tell you, she will be my special guest coming up later on in the beginning of fall, September the 12th. How about that? I'm booked for the summer on interviews, ladies and gentlemen. But But she will be my special guest September the 12th on a New Music Friday edition of The Tim Kelly Show. Once again, you can check out my full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of the website, KICR, We're going to give one more from Laura Zawasco for her triple play, and then we're going to have a great radio interview with Night Owl Country Band next on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio. This is called Home with Laura Zawasco, playing New Country's best.
Fields haven't changed since I was just a kid. It's where we played baseball and I had my first kiss. Change is overrated, there's so much that I would miss when you live amidst memories like this. The sky is colored by the dancing northern lights. A million stars can light up even the darkest Midwest night. Looking up with friends, drinking a six-pack of beer. We wonder what is going on up there. And it's not fancy, it's not fake, and it's give and it's not take. It's a place where everybody knows your name. And there's no stoplights, there's no crime, 3 bars to drink on a Friday night. Well, it's growing old with the people that you know. No, it ain't for everyone, but for me it's home. We know each other by the car that we drive, going nowhere fast down every road on a tank of gas. No reason to lock our doors, no reason to look for more. If you got a question, that's what the Bible's for. And it's not fancy, it's not fake, and it's give and it's not take. It's a place where everybody knows your name. And there's no stoplights, there's no crime, 3 bars to drink on a Friday night. Well, it's growing old with the people that you know. No, it ain't for everyone, but for me it's home. You can take your city lights, your concrete jungle paradise. You can look down at your patch of grass from your overpriced high rise. I'll be skipping those smooth stones with the ones that I know. No, it ain't for everyone. No, it ain't for everyone. For me, it's home.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row. The next artists that I'm going to be interviewing are the Night Owl Country Band. How are you, my folks?
Hey, I'm great. Doing good. Howdy.
Howdy. We've got Matt and Tim and Brandon, all 3 of you here with the band. Thanks for joining.
Hey, it's good to be here. We were having a good day, but now since we've heard from Tim Kelly, we're having a great.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to have you on the program, and your music is great as well.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. 9-time award-winning independent artist. How about that?
Yes. There's no better feeling than being at an award show and hearing the name Night Owl Country Band come across as one of the winners. It's a feeling that you can't forget, right, Tim?
Yeah.
It's amazing. We are very blessed.
Absolutely, man. That's good stuff. And so how long has the band been together?
So this year we celebrate 10 years of Night Owl Country Band.
Oh, congratulations. I just celebrated 10 years of doing this radio program on my own station. How about that?
Oh, nice. We celebrated on Halloween. Our first show was Halloween, so we like to celebrate our
awesome
anniversary on Halloween.
I bet that was spooktacular, huh?
It was. We even dress up for the occasion.
That's awesome. Hey, I've got a face for radio every time I go on the air. I don't have to wear a mask at all. I'm masking as a radio personality right now. You guys hail from Columbus, Indiana, so everybody, I guess, is from that area?
Yeah, just about. We're a little spread out. Tim, I think, is the farthest of us from Greensburg, Indiana. But yeah, we're all kind of from around that area.
Okay, awesome. And I tell you what, one of my favorite listeners is in the little town of Covington, Indiana. Her name is Lula Bradbury, and she's been listening to this show about ever since I started. We've met her in Nashville on several occasions at shows that we've done. And in October of 2023, we surprised her and drove up in her front yard, and she was sitting at the kitchen table. Didn't even know we were coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, and I've got some other great artists up there in Indiana. Just of recently, Brittany Nicole, she's up there, and several others.
Are you saying you're getting ready to pull up into our driveway this second?
We might do it.
I'm in Alabama right now, so.
Okay. Whoops.
Yeah, you might miss us.
I might miss you.
Gigging.
Well, the country music scene's pretty hot in Alabama too, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. We've been playing a place here in Alabama called Cowboys, and he liked to have us back every month, but we try to break it up a little bit every other month. That's a little drive for us, about 9.5 hours.
Right. Yep, that's about how we are to Nashville. It's about 9.5 hours, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, well, we love to get out of the studio once in a while and travel and get to meet you guys in person. And in fact, March the 4th or 5th, I launched this idea of doing an Opry style show and calling it the Branson Opry. So the folks that get radio airplay on this program, they're going to be the ones that we're going to invite to come perform at the Opry. I think you guys will be on that list.
Oh, yeah, that'll be great.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen that you got to perform at the Grand Ole Opry. How was that?
Oh, that was amazing. Amazing experience. What was unique about that experience, there were several bands that got to play. It was for a Ralph Stanley Memorial Show. And what was unique about our situation is usually when you go to play the Grand Ole Opry, usually just the singers sing with the house band. But Night Out Country Band got to be the band for our performance. So being able to play the instruments there on the grandest stage of them all was amazing, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah, it was definitely one of those pinch me, I'm dreaming moments.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to ask you this each separately. Now, Matt, you're the leader of the band, I do believe.
I try to be.
Okay. How did Brandon and Tim come together and be part of the band? You guys can tell me each separately.
Okay. Tim, you want to tell them how you became part of the band? I don't know.
I think it was through Facebook, which all good things go through, right?
Right.
So yeah, I just answered they were looking for a guitar player, and I answered one of their ads. Then I had to wait to get an interview and to get an audition, but finally they took me serious, and I got to do an audition with them, and it just worked out really well. I had rehearsed to their songs on YouTube in my little office, and I thought, well, my playing really fits their music well, so I really pursued trying to get in the band, and finally they relented and let me in.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, I had to find him through Facebook because he didn't have OnlyFans yet, right?
Yeah, that right?
My
farmers only have expired, so.
Hey, you got some fans now, and I'm not the only one. How about that?
Love it.
We're exposing you to Facebook too, and my 4,800 plus friends. We're live on there right now. We're live on TikTok, and we're live on YouTube all at the same time.
Sweet.
Awesome.
So we're definitely get you out there, and not just on my radio station. Your music's getting played tonight, but we're putting you out on 10 other radio stations around the country and around the world. We got Belgium and Germany and Ireland and a bunch of them.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, Sweden, they asked for my show. They've been around since 1979, so we've got front page billing in Sweden as well over there. So definitely, they love country music. It's universal. Brandon, let me ask you this too, or Tim, let me ask you, was it country music for you originally, or what did you grow up listening to?
I grew up listening to the Beatles and a lot of blues music, and just all kinds of rock and roll music, and Kind of got into the country game in the '80s with a band, and then I really didn't do country music much until I joined the Night Owl band, and I just fell in love with it all over again.
That's awesome. Did you ever think you'd end up in a country band?
Not really, but I was really happy that I did. So
that's awesome.
It's been a great learning experience for me, and I like taking on different genres of music. I played in the Celtic band for a while. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I just love all kinds of music.
Well, I do too. You know, I started DJing 80s music. I went to broadcasting school in San Diego in '88, but it was that 90s country that converted me to country radio too.
Yeah, I really fell in love with the Urban Cowboy movie and the music that came from it and all that was great.
I interviewed Jessie Mapes. She played Jessie, Sissy's friend, in the movie Urban Cowboy. So
my gosh, that's cool.
We're still friends on Facebook to this day. She's probably listening right now, so that's awesome. Brandon, how about you? What got you into the band?
So I was actually, and this will cover some of my music, my love for music too. I've always loved music. My dad's side of the family did bluegrass gospel growing up. So I was really ingrained in kind of the bluegrass culture. And then Casey, the drummer for our band, got a hold of me one day and was telling me about how auditions were going near the end of 2023, beginning of 2024. And he encouraged me to audition, and so I asked Matt and Tim if it was all right if I auditioned, and within just about an hour or so, they decided that they wanted me to be the next member of Night Owl Country Band. So
yeah, we had a guy that was with us for about 8 of the 10 years, I think, and when he left, we kind of felt like Brandon had some shoes to fill. Brandon filled the shoes, the gloves, the uniform shirt, the hat, and everything. I mean, Brandon come on with awesome rhythm guitar and keyboard and excellent tenor bluegrass harmony voice, and we're glad to have Brandon.
That is awesome.
Well, thanks, man.
You know, country music and bluegrass go kind of hand in hand. They love it here in Branson, too. They even do this yearly thing called Bluegrass and Barbecue at this theme park, Silver Dollar City, every year. And it brings a lot of people. We got Rhonda Vincent that comes here, the queen of bluegrass. She lives just north of me, about an hour and a half. So.
Oh, nice.
You had me at barbecue.
Yeah. I had Jet Barbecue. Oh, you got that going on. Absolutely. Yeah, and you guys have probably played a lot of cool venues where there's that kind of great music that you guys make and other bands, and then the food thing and all that too.
Yeah, we love doing the festivals and theaters because and the larger bars, because we can dabble in some of the bluegrass stuff too. Because when you at a theater, they like a little bit of everything, and we kind of do that for a lot of our shows. We play, traditional outlaw country music. That's our favorite to play, but occasionally we'll throw in a bluegrass song, or we'll throw in a Gordon Lightfoot song, or
oh man, I love that.
Yeah, yeah, we like to throw in a curveball occasionally, or everybody's like, wow, where'd that come from?
Yeah,
we like doing that kind of thing.
He kind of had his own genre. They really can't even put him in a genre of the music that he made, huh?
Yeah.
It's so amazing. I grew up listening to him as well. Matt Lee, the leader of the band, what made you want to start the Night Owl Country Band?
I traveled and sang gospel music for many, many years with my sister, and there came a time where she ended up going with a different gospel group, which was fine, and then I started a gospel group, and it without Sarah, it didn't quite feel the same. So I thought, well, I'm going to try something different. And I'd always wanted to try the country music, and tried it. And now 10 years later, that's one of the best things that I did. And what's kind of cool now, 10 years later, my sister Sarah has joined us. So she has mandolin and beautiful harmony voice and a beautiful lead voice. You said Rhonda Vincent. She kind of sounds a little bit like her, and Allison Krauss. So she adds a lot to the band when she comes in. She don't play all the time with us, but even that part-time she comes in is a big spot when she comes in.
Yeah. That is awesome. And let me ask you too: are you guys all have families, and anybody have any kids that are musically inclined, and you're growing them up? Maybe wanting to do they want to do something in the band already or something?
I had a son that's recently passed away, but he never really took up the guitar. I tried to teach him how to play, but it just wasn't his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was more into working on cars and things, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got two grandsons and a granddaughter, and I got a great grandson and a great granddaughter on the way.
Man, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I got a son and daughter. My son, he's an architect in Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter, she's getting ready to graduate master's. She's at IU, and she's going into child therapy where she's going to help kids. So they kind of got their own talents. They didn't pick up any of the guitars or mandolins. Or
right.
I'd love for one of them to pick the dobro up, but none of them did that. But that's okay. Brandon, he's got 3 cats. So I don't think any of them play.
No.
Well,
It's just feed the cats.
you guys are all cool cats.
Only 3 of us.
And you're doing your part to keep traditional and real country music alive, and that's what I love. You know, there's so many of these talent competitions out there. I interview a lot of artists that were on Blake's Team of the Voice. Now Reba took his spot pretty much for the country music ones, and America's Got Talent and Idol and all of that. But we're just kind of scratching the surface of what's out there, aren't we? Even just in Indiana, probably, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff coming up this year. In October 4th, we're going to be doing a show with Tom Wopat, Luke Duke.
There you go.
We worked with him. This will be our 4th or 5th time, right? And we always enjoy playing with him. Not only do we open for him, but we also back him. That's a fun experience.
Nice.
And this year in September, we're going to be backing Wade Hayes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I have had his buddy John Schneider, Tom Wopat. I've had Bo Duke on the show, John Schneider a couple of times, and he's been to Branson a few times too and performed. And then Wade Hayes was the first concert I saw was Wade Hayes and David Ball opened for Tracy Lawrence back in the early 90s in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Okay. And we worked with Bo Duke. We worked with John Schneider. First time we worked with him, and he ended up sending the show out with us. So
nice.
that was a pretty cool experience.
It was a Wounded Warrior show.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we had the chance to work with Cooter also, and Waylon's grandson Wade Jennings. So we've kind of been intertwined with a lot of the Dukes of Hazzard folks. So we're just good old boys ourselves, and gal.
I love it. I had Wade Jennings on the program late last year, too. He's a great guy.
We love Wade. Yeah, great guy. Very humble.
Absolutely. Tell me about how the band got their name, Night Owl Country Band. You guys stay up late all night gigging or what?
Yes.
Yeah. Like last night driving into Alabama, we drove all the way at 9.5 hours, and we ended up getting home at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we play Thursday, Friday, Saturday here, and we end up getting back to they keep us up at a band house. We get to the band house about 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, we're definitely I don't know if you call that early birds or night owls because it's early morning.
It doesn't sound better than early birds.
I love it. You guys have a great song. We're going to play. First one of the 3 is called Country to the Bone. Tell us about this one.
Country to the Bone was written by Mike Morgan and Jeff Elliott and Mike Owens. And this song is all patriotic. What I like about this song, and when he sent it to me, he sent me several songs, and this one really shined for me because we're a patriotic band. One of our favorite shows that we play is July 4th at Saraland Park because we are through and through red, white, and blue. And this song talks about being red, white, and blue, but it also talks about, you know what, we may not get along with all of our political stances. We may not get along in our different beliefs, religions, and all that. But in the end, we still bleed red, white, and blue.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So now I want to ask each one of you, too, before we play the song, Tim and Brandon, whoever wants to go first, who influenced you in the world of country music that you might have listened to that made you want to do something in a country band?
man, I got a lot of answers for this question. But I mean, we could go back to Keith Whitley and Randy Travis and Merle Haggard and Bill Monroe for me, and we could be here all day listing names. I think there are a lot.
Okay, and Brandon?
That was Brandon.
That was Brandon. Okay, Tim?
Yeah. I tell you, one song Brandon sings, we try to do, I don't know if you call it B-side tracks or whatever, but we try not to do all of the bar favorites, regular favorites, covers that people like to hear. We like to do stuff that people haven't heard before. One of them that Brandon does is that Vince Gill song, but whenever
you come around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he just makes the ladies' hearts melt.
Yeah, that is awesome. Vince Gill just celebrated a birthday not too long ago. So
He did.
All right.
That he did.
Go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry about it.
Well, for me, probably Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash for sure. Even Bob Dylan, some of his stuff that's more country, got more of a country sound to it. I just love that stuff.
awesome.
Yep.
They just recently made a movie about him and his music too, didn't they?
I love that movie. It's a great movie.
You know, and when music resonates to the point of we're still talking about it, and these artists, a lot of them have passed, and, 30, 35 years from now, we're talking about that music. It stands the test of time, doesn't it? It becomes classic, and that's the goal of every artist, including you guys, isn't it?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Matt, what about you? Who influenced you so much that you wanted to do something in music?
Tim and Brandon.
Okay, there you go. They're good guys.
Waylon Jennings was a big influence, but to go back, probably my biggest influence way back in the day was J.D. Sumner and the Stamps, and the Inspirations. I love the Inspiration. I love that quartet style gospel music, and I really love them a lot. And there was a guy named Tony Gore that sang with the Wilburns back in the day, and he ended up making his own band, Tony Gore Majesty, and his music was very influential on me also. So I went to see those groups a lot of times with my mom and dad, and mom and dad always made sure they took me to see them because they knew they were my favorites, and that kind of helped me out throughout my music career.
That is great, and we still go see shows like that to this day, don't we, to see how these folks sound, if they sound really close or just like they do on the radio.
Yeah, the Inspirations kind of went back to that old school sound, and I really like it.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's great. We're going to play Country to the Bone, and then we're going to come back and talk just a little bit more to the Night Owl Country Band with us live tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best on this Triple Play Thursday.
If you judge a book by its cover, the USA's in a mess. But we're one nation under God, and we know that we've been blessed. America's a melting pot, and the dreams keep living on. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. Country inside out, upside down, and through and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all bleed red, white, and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. Like cats and dogs over guns and Roe v. Wade, the right to bear arms, but at the end of the day, we'll defend your right to speak, even if we think you're wrong. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. Country inside out, upside down, and through and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all
red, white, and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. All 50 hearts will beat as one to defend this way of life. It's all for one and one for all when freedom is countrywide. Country inside out, upside down and through and through. You can cut us with a knife and we'll all bleed red, white, and blue. From Maine to California, Plymouth Rock to Yellowstone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. We still believe in God we trust, and there ain't no place like home. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone. We're not all cornbread country, but we're all country to the bone.
That is the Night Owl Country Band. That is Country to the Bone. They are live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. We got Matt, we got Brandon, we got Tim. Thank you guys for doing this. We appreciate the time tonight. Man, it's been fun.
I appreciate you having us.
Yeah. You're welcome. You guys are tearing it up in Alabama right now, and I don't know where you're going next, but I didn't look at your show schedule on your website, but tell us a gig that you have coming up maybe that you want to promote next.
Oh, okay. Yeah, July 4th is always a good one. That one's at Stearline Park in Columbus, Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to kind of be a little bit everywhere. Find our website, nightowlcb.com. We're going to be at Minnesota, Tennessee. We'll be back in Alabama some. So we're kind of going a little bit everywhere. Here the last, 6 or 7 years, we've kind of played, Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan. We've kind of went everywhere. So Pennsylvania. So we've been blessed to see a lot of different places that we would have never seen if we weren't playing music.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? It gets to let you travel all over the world and do really cool stuff. And like I said, you're getting on 10 other radio stations around the country and around the world without even leaving where you're at. So we're doing that for you tonight, and it's amazing how that works. And one click of the button, and we were just talking off the air about how you found me. We can't even remember the connection, but I'm glad you did, because your music definitely needs to be heard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, we just released an album on June 3rd. Our album's called The Owl Harvest. This has kind of been 10 years in the making, I guess. This will be actually our 4th album. So being our 10-year mark, The Owl Harvest is an album that's got songs that we have played live, and some we've not played live once, actually.
Yeah.
But these are songs that kind of have resonated with we call our fans certified night owls throughout the last 10 years. So we hope everybody's enjoying the album, Owl Harvest, because we enjoyed making the album.
Awesome. Now, let me ask you this too, Matt. Are you the main songwriter? Do you guys get together and collaborate, or do you pitch songs to the band and they kind of learn get the licks down behind them, or what?
Right now, I'm the main songwriter in the band. Brandon is currently writing stuff and has written stuff that we're going to be doing in the future. Mike Morgan, we use him a lot. He's wrote Country to the Bone, I'd Be Fishing, and I don't know, 5 or 6 songs actually that's on the album. Jason Ray Welch, Lies in You, a beautiful song, tells a story, and what a great story that he has. He was addicted to drugs, and he found a lady that helped him out of that, and a song called Lies in You, beautiful song. Sam, former Night Owl Country Band member, Brett Denny, All It Takes Is a Song. It kind of talks about a little bit about the night at the Grand Ole Opry. So, so we've got a lot of different songwriters that's helped collaborate in this.
Sometimes Matt will get an idea for a song and he'll call me up and hum it to me, and then I got to learn the guitar to it. So that's kind of fun.
Nice. I love that. Haven't heard that one before. I've asked that. You know, do you wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, you know, with the song idea in your head and have to write it down or whatever? But to have it hum to you, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dig that too.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And this album also has "Country to the Bone" and "Somewhere in the Country." But both of those songs hit the number 1 on an independent chart. One of them was in 2021, I believe, and then that was "Country to the Bone." And then in 2024, the "Somewhere in the Country" hit number 1 on that same indie chart. So
nice.
We're excited for everybody to hear this album.
Yeah, we're going to play "Somewhere in the Country" next, and then "Cool Gentle Wind" is going to kick off the top of the next hour. That's going to be awesome as well. Where did you guys go to record this music that we're playing? Let's give that recording studio a big shout out.
Yeah, Song City Studios, Dave DeMay. He's a fantastic producer. Some songs, like the song that my sister did, I Can Read His Mind, I just kind of sent it to him and just kind of trusted on what he's going to do. It turned out great. So he's been great. The song "Cool Gentle Wind" was the song that we first recorded. We recorded that with Stanley Music Group, Ralph Stanley's family, and that was recorded at Hilltop Studios.
Wow. I'm a friend on Facebook with Dave DeMay, Small World.
Great guy.
How about that? Yeah, he is. Good producer. How about that? Well, no wonder you guys sound so good. You guys are good, and we appreciate the time again tonight. Keep doing your thing, and we'll keep playing you on the radio, that's for sure.
We appreciate you playing the independent country music. That's the one thing about the independent artists. We really appreciate all the independent radio stations that's playing our music and all the independent artists that's in the country.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. You know, our tagline on the station is "New Country's Best." If I can say that behind every song that I play, then we're good. You guys are good. You make that cut.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You guys are welcome. Have a good summer, too, will you? Enjoy those festivals if you get to play a few, and the folks will definitely enjoy the music and getting to meet you guys in person.
Yes, we're excited for this year.
Yeah, you bet. We look forward to meeting you in person one of these days in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. How about that?
All right, we've got you pinned in.
You betcha. It all starts with "Somewhere in the Country." They are the Night Owl Country Band, live on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Somewhere there's a barn with an American flag, red, white, and blue hanging high in the rafters. Somewhere there's a Ford on a country road with the gravel and the red dirt following after. Somewhere there's a guy and a gal kissing and a hugging down by the river. Somewhere in the country where the campire's warm and the daisy dukes are high and tight, where the cornbread's baking, bush lights sitting on ice. We make love on a back road or a Piggly Wiggly parking lot, where we frog pig, cow tip, deer hunt, crawdad boy. I am a red, white, and blue God-fearing son of a gun. We are somewhere, yeah, in the country. Somewhere there's a church with a beautiful steeple, singing hymns with my family and all of God's people. Somewhere there's a rock with my last name, sitting in the middle of the graveyard. Somewhere in the country where the campire's warm and the daisy dukes are high and tight, chip, deer hunt, crawdad bull. I am a red, white, and blue, God-fearing son of a gun. We are somewhere, yeah, in the country. Where the campfire's warm and the Daisy Dukes are high and tight. Where the cold red's baking, bush lights sitting on nights. We make love on the back door, 7-Eleven parking lot. Where we froggy, cow chip, deer hunt, crawdad bull. I am a red, white, and blue, God-fearing son of a gun. We are somewhere, oh yeah, in the country.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Walking through the cemetery of my old flames, looking at the tombstone, trying to forget their names. It's taken me a long time to get where I am. Your love, baby, is like a cool, gentle wind. I've been through hell, rain, and the snow. Storms of life, sometimes of love. The waves that toss my life ship. Your love, babe's like a gentle wind. My poor heart beats like rain on an old tin roof. The old flames left scars. Lord, I show the proof. When you come in the room, you're like sun on a warm spring day. You're like cool, gentle wind that takes my breath away. I've been through hell, rain, and snow. The storms of life sometimes will blow. The waves that toss my life ship. Your love, babe's like a gentle wind. I've been through hell, rain, and snow. The storms of life sometimes will blow. The waves that toss my life ship. Your love, babe's like a gentle wind. You're like a cool, gentle wind. Oh yeah!
We had Matt, Brandon, and Tim from the great Night Owl Country Band from Indiana on the show tonight. Thank you guys for being on the program. Your music is fantastic, and you guys are all great, too. It's fun to have all three guys from a band on and get to hear each one of them why they love country music and how they all got together. I love doing those interviews and getting to hear those stories behind the songs. Absolutely amazing. And if you're in the area of where these guys are going to be playing this summer, go check them out, especially in those live outdoor festivals, weather permitting. It's going to turn pretty hot here in Branson, Missouri pretty soon, and it's going to be hot everywhere this summer, but their music's pretty hot too, so go see them in a live performance. You won't be disappointed. They are great. Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show. KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com is the website. I'm live on there right now on a player called Radio Boss. Scroll down on the homepage just a little bit and you'll find it. There's also a QR code underneath it. You can scan that QR code and take that live audio with you wherever you go. Every Thursday and Friday night, we're live on the radio at 7 p.m. Central Time, and we also have a couple of great radio interviews, as you've heard tonight, scheduled into the show. Those are going to end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives later on tonight, and that is also on my website as well, so you can go back and listen to those over and over again. I know the artists will appreciate it. This next young lady to kick off hour number 3 is soon going to be a guest on my show. Her name is Anna Scott. Anna Scott Music on the social media. This is a great tune called Little Red on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Never missed a Sunday, wish you didn't pray, never want to cross the line, never want to disobey. She can brighten up any night with her sunshine smile. She's every bit a woman, though she's treated like a child. Grandma always told her, be nice and trust the Lord. But Little Red's been around these woods before. These wolves keep preying around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day they're gonna realize where the line is drawn. Better on before Little Red's kindness is all gone. When the sun goes down, the wolves come out, thinking they're so tough. They'll light your way with gasoline and bomb you with their love. But Grandma always told her, be nice and hold her tongue. But Little Red's got different plans. She's loaded like a gun. These wolves keep preying around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day they're gonna realize where the line is drawn. Better run before Little Red's kindness is all gone. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those lies, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling Little Red. Oh, oh, oh. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those lies, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling Little Red. Oh, these wolves keep preying around on the ones they think are nice. Take advantage of their kindness, then stab them with a knife. One day they're gonna realize where the line is drawn. Better run before Little Red. Kindness is all good. Biggest big guys ain't covering up those lies, so just go on goodbye, 'cause you ain't fooling.
Number 2.
Seen you before dark in that barroom door, and I already know what you want. With your pretty boy hair and your sloppy drunk stare, all the commitment issues you've got. I've been there, I've done that, and gone there again. Ain't looking for perfect, but babe, in the end, I don't need another project. I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I've tried it before, helping guys break down walls. It just left me with dust and debris. Cause it never works and I just wind up hurt. I don't do renovations for free. I don't need another project. I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another I've been there, I've done that, ain't gone there again. You don't need my number, you just need a maintenance man. I don't need another project, I ain't got the time. A downright fixer-upper like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project, I ain't got the time. And now I fix you up like the ones I left behind. I got issues too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sick of ignoring all the caution signs. I don't need another project. I don't need another project. I don't need another project.
Once again, her name is Anna Scott. That is called Project. You can check out the video to it on my TV channel. That is ICTV, Indie Country Television. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. And that is a fantastic song called Project. You're going to get to hear the story behind it 1 week from tomorrow night on the 20th of June on a New Music Friday edition of The Tim Kelly Show. She's my second interview that night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, but I'll be hitting the airwaves as I always do at 7 o'clock Central, and you'll get to hear a lot of music before we do the interview with Anna Scott. So definitely mark that one on your calendar, and go follow her on TikTok as well. She's been doing lots of cool stuff over there. Strangers is the title of the third song to complete the triple play for Anna Scott on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Strangers, we started off by meeting eye to eye at a 2-for-1 special Friday night. I never thought that we'd turn into more, but suddenly we're walking out the door. As we're driving down the highway, I'm pretty sure I've never felt this good before. Heaven knows that we both weren't looking for love, but the time and place aligned. Didn't think that we'd go from strangers to lovers. One kiss that turned into a million others. We were everything that we wanted, until one day we fell apart and turned back into strangers. Now we're acting like we never met, 'cause it's easier to move on and forget, instead of wondering how we went from strangers to lovers. One kiss that turned into a million others. We were everything that we wanted, of your heart. Then one day you're just a face in a bar. We went from strangers to lovers. One kiss that turned into a million others. We're everything that we wanted until one day we fell apart and turned back into strangers.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country. I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
A boy can win a girl's heart with just one look, then break it into with a few words. Spend a few lonely nights to realize that he can't live without her. Yeah, love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. There's always a movie scene where the guy shows up. Midnight at her door in the pouring rain. Well, it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining bright. But girl, I miss you just the same. Yeah, love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Yeah, I had you, I lost you, I want you back. I want you back.
Song number 2.
I didn't come here to be famous or to see my name in lights. words don't even cross my mind. But as long as I can remember, I've had a guitar in my hand. It's like God looked at me from heaven and said, I think I'll make a music man. And it was deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul. Just a kid there on my bed, trying to get it out, but hurt his head. And now I live out on the stage. There's people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song. You might remember when I'm gone. You might ask what keeps me going through the airports and the rain. I just love to see your faces, though I may never know your name. Truth is, I think I found my purpose down here in the grand design. That's just to sing the words God gives me, to know He's with me all the time. And it's deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul. Stuck it out on the road. Don't ever have to be alone. Now I'm on another stage. There's people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song for you to remember when I'm gone. Let me leave you with this song. You might remember when I'm gone.
He is a music man, and that's the title of that song. He's my good friend Christian Davis, and before that, another great tune called Boy Gets the Girl. Boy gets a t-shirt from Christian Davis, too. That's me I'm talking about. He sent me some great merch here the other day, and I've wore it already once on my show. I'm wearing a different one that I got from a artist that we just got to meet in Branson a couple of days ago and have breakfast with him and his wife. Now he's in Montana, coming to Branson and heading to Montana, and I'm sure glad he stopped by and saw me as well. And Christian Davis and I have connected for a while over the radio. We've had a couple of great radio interviews. You can go back and check those out in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. The third song in the triple play for Christian Davis is called Ain't Bad for a Good Old Boy on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I ain't the product of a trust fund. Far as money goes, I ain't got much. But I trade my time in the hot sun for love to get me by. My pickup's old and rusty. She rattles and stays dusty. But When that girl's there beside me, it shines, shines, shines. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. She's gracing holy blue jeans with a face made for the movies. Yeah, she beats all I ever dreamed every time she wakes me up. She got a way of making something out of a whole lot of nothing. The honey in her loving is like money in my cup. We got a roof to keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, garden that screen door, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. I ain't bad for a good old boy. We got a roof, keep the rain off, a mailbox to write her name on, a 10-acre lot with a little bird dog on the front porch, baking in the pancakes on the griddle, hand in hand right down the middle. Life with a girl in love, that's the real McCoy. Ain't bad for a good old boy. It ain't bad for a good old boy.
Party till we drop.
It's always a party.
Just partying it up.
Your country party is here all summer.
It's summertime.
Crank up the AC, because things are heating up.
No, seriously, turn up the AC or the shirt's coming off. You don't want to see this dad bod.
Turning up the summer country right now.
Every single summer, I wonder if you think about me.
Your summertime station is Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Me and Jenny were best friends when we were only 12. She told me a terrible secret and made me promise not to tell. I asked my mom, what do I do? Do I tell or do I lie? She turned around to face me and looked me straight into the eye. Listen to your heart, it'll tell you where you want to go. Listen to your heart, it'll tell you what you need to know. Block out what's in your head and never mind what anyone says. And if you're smart, you'll listen to your heart. I was just 16 and innocent, a little wet behind the ears, infatuated with a man who was twice my age in years. He told me that he loved me, and as he led me to his bed, and the closer we got, I could hear those trusting words my mama said. Said, listen to your heart, it'll tell you where you want to go. Listen to your heart, will tell you what you need to know. Block out what's in your head and never mind what anyone says. And if you're smart, daughter came home late last night, an invitation in her hand. Party was wild, she didn't want to go, but was scared they wouldn't understand. Like an actor on a stage that memorized their part, smiled at her and held her close and said, listen to your heart, will tell you where you want to go. Listen to your heart, will tell you what you need to know. Block out what's in your head and never mind what anyone says. And if you're smart, you'll listen. Baby, listen to your
Song number 2.
skin-tight jeans, your cowboy boots and your sheepish grin. I looked at my friends and said I'm in so much trouble. Oh, here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble coming my way in this cowboy hat. Well, the road will be a law against looking like that. Here comes trouble. And asked you to dance, and much to my surprise, you looked down at me with your boyish smile and said, well, no thanks. Couldn't help but think of what have I done. I made a fool of myself and wanting to run straight out of this place like the son of a gun and just hide. Oh, here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble. Well, he's coming my way in his cowboy hat. Well, the road will be a law against looking like that. Here comes trouble. In a barn, making sweet music with a country charm. Now that's living. And thinking back to where, how it all began. There's no stopping the love between a woman and a man, like the country song, a beer in your hand. And we were smiling, and no more trouble, just a whole lot of loving. Well, he's coming my way in his cowboy hat. Well, the road will be a law against looking like that. Here comes trouble. Here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble. Here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble. Here comes trouble, a whole lot of trouble. Here comes trouble.
Her name is Flo Durrell. She is a great country music artist from New Brunswick, and that is called Here Comes Trouble. And before that, listen to your heart. There's some good advice right there, ladies and gentlemen. And listen to your gut, too. Go with your gut feeling. Mine's getting kind of hungry right now. I think I'm going to go with that feeling as well. Flo Durrell and I just recently wrapped up another great radio interview. It is in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. So if you want to go back and hear the story behind these 3 songs tonight that we're playing for her, go check it out as well. The third one in the triple play for Flo Durrell is called To See No More on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I will go to sea. No more, no more. I will go to sea. No more. And I must turn my back upon this shore. I will go to sea no more. My nets are lying empty. I cannot feed my child. My wife works for a factory that will leave the shore defiled. My brother fished before me, and my father like us too. Now here I stand upon this deck with nothing left to do. I will go to sea. No more, no more. I will go to sea. No more. And I must turn my back upon this shore. I will go to sea no more. Mackenzie up the road away, he vanished into town. He put the torch to all he had, then ran his boat aground. Insurance paid the loss to him, but will never replace the pride. By God, I'd rather drown at sea than die like that inside. I will go to sea no more, no more. I will go to sea no more. And I must turn my back upon this shore. I will go to sea no more. I cannot fight the banker's note or stay the auctioneer. I cannot fight this government which binds us to these piers. Our days are long since numbered here upon familiar shores. Tradition won't feed my family. I will go to sea no more. I will go to sea no more, no more. I will go to sea no more. And I must turn my back upon this shore. I will go to sea no more.
You're listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country.
Squared up, headlong, and getting gone. I've been fed up for so long, I had to write a proper breakup song. You've got
got your head in a hole and your mind's in the clouds. You have no earthly idea what you're talking about. That's why I'm squared up, headlong, and getting gone. Squared up, headlong, and getting gone. I've been shushed up for so long, think it's time I head to parts unknown. In the blink of a lie, I'll be moving out somewhere clear out of sight of your mealy mouth. Yeah, I'm squared up, headlong, and getting gone. Squared up, headlong, and getting gone. I've been pent up for so long, ain't nobody giving this old dog a bone. Hey, hey, little lady now, can't you see that I'll never be your patsy or your property? I'm squared up, headlong, and getting gone. Squared up, headlong, and getting gone. I've been couched up for so long, feel sort of like a stranger in my own home. What a sham, what a scam, what a full-blown farce, what a bottomless pit you call your heart. That's why I'm squared up, headlong, and getting gone. Squared up, headlong, and getting gone. I've been fed up for so long, I had to write a proper brick of song. I tell you, I ain't your subject, and you ain't my queen. You can go back to your village, finish living the dream. Me, I'm squared up, I'm headlong, and I'm a getting gone. Yeah, I'm a getting gone.
Song number 2.
Ash to ash and dust to dust. Is death the wage of wanderlust? Your mournful cries and plaintive wail were not enough to tip the scales. Lovesick demons having fled, they left your heart and filled your head. Out poured the lines that had them sussed. No matter how they fought and fussed, there's a yellow circle of light where you once stood, lay in bed on solid wood. Bet you'd go back if you could. Right more wrongs than you should. They better nail your coffin tight. You've never gone down without a fight. Once having wrestled through the darkest night, you praised the Lord and saw the light. Wielding the words that rent the veil, you forged country music's holy grail. Oh, chalice of shame and rich and rod. A man can drink, but a boy best not. Forever late for one more show. The robins have died, the whippoorwills flown. Lost in this world, you settled the score. Their last living, breathing troubadour. There's a yellow circle of light where you once stood, laying bare on solid wood. Bet you'd go back if you could. Right more wrongs than you should. They better nail your coffin tight. You've never gone down without a fight. Once having wrestled through the darkest night, you praised the Lord and saw the light. Rambling man, where'd you go? Dressed all in white from head to toe. One last trip down a lonesome road into Luke the drifter's dream. Into Luke the drifter's dream. Into Luke the drifter's dream abode. There's a yellow circle of light where you once stood.
His name is Jason Cole. He will be my special guest on September the 4th on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. I look forward to that one. He's talented, isn't he? That is called the Yellow Circle of Light. I think that's that thing the eye doctor makes me chase around when I go to see him. But squared up and headlong before that as well. One more from Jason Cole called Mr. Lonesome to complete his Triple Play on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
They met one late summer and one great summer year. He was all she needed, she was all he feared. They meshed together quickly like corresponding colors. Soon she danced in his head at night. He stopped thinking of others. But fearing she would leave him, he turned and he fled. Then thinking she might grieve him, he turned back instead. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, she dances for some other. Her satin skin and sunshine grin, you'll never more discover. Like clever wind, her love swirled in and softly blew your cover. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, you may never find another. That feeling when you're leaving left him way down in the pits. His direction sense was broken, his outlook an abyss. He missed her so completely and prayed to be released, especially every morning when waking to no peace. His lonely days last longer as he gropes to find their end. He hopes to someday reach her and take her hand again. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, she dances for some other. Her satin skin and sunshine grin, you'll never more discover. Like clever wind, her love swirled in, and it softly blew your cover. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, you may never find another. Just go for the gusto. Call and ask her how she's been. You'd think even a blind man could reason that she'd never again see him. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, she dances for some other. Her satin skin and sunshine grin, you'll never more discover. Like clever wind, her love swirled in, and it softly blew your cover. Too late, Mr. Lonesome, you may never find another. Too late, Mr. Lonesome. Too late, Mr. Lonesome. You may never find another.
Once again, his name is Jason Cole. He is from New Brunswick, and he's got some fantastic music, and we're going to have a fantastic interview that will air on September the 4th on a Triple Play Thursday edition of The Tim Kelly Show. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Triple Play Thursday edition. It has been a fun one. I want to give a big thank you to my special guest, Tracy Kennedy, and also to Matt Lee and Brandon and Tim from the Night Owl Country Band from Indiana for being on the show tonight. Join me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll go live again on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com, and my special guest will be Kate Russell and the band Wanted. I look forward to having a great radio interview with those talented folks as well. We'll call it New Music Friday. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I
turn it up. Let me make you smile, make you cry. Turn back the pages of your